Alright, welcome to episode 3. Today, I'm just going to try to draw trees. I'm going to practice drawing trees. I watched a video on YouTube. I'll link to it. He's a pretty good watercolorist, and I watch his videos to try to learn. Of course, I don't remember his name because my brain doesn't remember anything. Yeah, so first I'm going to try to just draw trees way in the distance with a small landscape, maybe right here. Just something really simple. I'm thinking, blue sky and kind of a yellowish landmass. So I'll just get that wet. Do it right here. Now I got some color in this, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I'll put her about here. Okay, it's going to be our landscape. And of course I need to grab the paper towels. Okay. This is just I need to clean off my brush. Okay, I'm going to dry it off a bit just because this is already wet. And you need some color here. I'm going to grab this cobalt blue. You can see it's a bit grayer than normal cobalt blue because there's some color on it already. So go ahead and grab that. We'll draw in a sky. Definitely need more water in that. Okay. See, that's already not turning out as I had hoped. I'm going to clean off my brush. I'll wet it a little more down here. Okay, I'm going to take this color and just bring it down. Don't want so much color. There we go. Now that lightens up a bit. Okay, that's what I'm looking for there. So now for the land, I'll just grab this sienna. I think it's raw sienna. And we will draw it in here. All right. Just for fun, we'll add a little bit of red to this on the bottom, but not too much. Okay. So I'm going to try to draw these trees now. Yeah, what I remember from the trees he was drawing is they were a bit sort of like he had a cool color, he had a warm color, so go ahead and mix these up a bit. Gray it out. Not sure quite what this is going to turn out like, but I think let's pull in a little gray too. Okay, that's really gray, so let's get some of that raw sienna in there. Maybe just a tad of green. Okay, and then for the distant trees, I'm just kind of gonna Just create some dots here. On the horizon. Okay. And then those are going to spread out a little bit. I'm just barely poking the water here. Okay, let's get a little bit of a lighter color now. I'm going to pull some of this yellow. That's a bit much. That's a little bit of a green. Let's kind of add this in. Little spots. Okay. And then we'll do a darker color, so I'm going to grab some more Payne's Gray. So I don't want to go too dark, but mirrors, these all kind of look like little dots. They're so small. Yeah, those aren't really looking like little trees to me just yet. I'm wondering if I put in too much. I'm wondering if I put on too much water still. Let's blow on it. Okay, so I want this to dry out. When it dries, the darks should be a bit lighter. Everything should dry a bit lighter. So let's see what happens here. I'm not gonna have you watch this dry, but it's all gonna diffuse a bit. So I'll come back when it's dry. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll try painting another tree. So that's what the guy in the video did. I'm gonna try to paint a mid-ground tree. Let's see if I can do it while that's drying. So the mid-ground tree is gonna have a bit more color. It should have sharper edges. And we're making it green with some cobalt blue. Get some more of that blue. All right. Yeah, for the mid-ground, I'm going to be going wet on dry, so the paper here is going to be dry. Okay, try to get a lighter color. Let's get this. be a bit wetter. This not a very good tree. Why is my tree not good? Is it because trees are more... This just looks like a square. I think that's one of the big issues here. There's just there's too much going on. I think that's one of the issues with this tree. Does not look like a tree. Let me try to get more shadow. So why... It just does not look like a tree. So then I'm going to get a really dark color. Let's see. Let's do umber. And then some Payne's gray. Let's try to draw a trunk. I think that this is just like way too big, way too complicated here. Yep. Whoops. And this is why you should not be learning from me. Unless me making these mistakes somehow gets you to learn. So in that video he said never leave the tree just hanging. You gotta leave some kind of landscape so it looks like it's coming out of something. Oh, look at over here. My trees are gone. Yeah, I bet you it was way too wet. That was the problem there. So let's try it again. Right now it's damp. Okay, so are these gonna look like distant trees? This is dry here, it's damp here. That's kind of an issue. Okay, I'm going to bring in a cooler color using some of this Payne's gray that's here. So these trees have a little definition. But it's supposed to be pretty gray. You know, when things go into the distance, they lose contrast and saturation. Whoops. So maybe it's still too wet for the trees. Okay, let's go in with an even cooler color. See what happens. I don't like this pooling here. You know, and I think I might be overdoing it with this color. It seems a bit strong. So let's see what happens there. I'm going to try to paint another foreground tree. So his trees, they were very simple. I'm a mid-ground tree. His trees were very simple. Used a pretty creamy texture, and I think he dragged it across somehow. So I think I need this to be pretty creamy, so a lot of paint. Grab the sienna over here and add it in. And then just a tad of, oh man. Okay. So that's a pretty dark color there. Okay, adding some saturation from the sienna, and let me try again with the foreground tree. Just think simplicity. Okay, simplicity. So I want simplicity. Oh, okay. Yeah. So one thing he was doing was he would add in some drops of water, you know, to kind of create these little different patches. So it wasn't all hard edges. But he left some hard edges. Yeah, this is too wet. That's a problem. I shouldn't have gone in that wet here. Okay. So this got messed up. It was too wet. Some darkness. You know, does this tree have any personality? Okay, I want to go in with the trunk again. Okay, my trunk was right here. It's too wet. Okay. Oh man, you probably hear my dog up there chewing the bone. I'm gonna have to move the bone for a little bit. Give me one second though. So I want to paint this ground, which is supposed to be the secret. I want it to look like it's coming out of the ground. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. This here is a disaster. That's not looking good. It's not looking good. So here you can see that I'm really a novice painter. I think it's apparent when I try to do something as simple as trees. You know, these are trees in the distance. I was trying for a mid-ground tree here. Same here, and It's just not turning out well. Try adding a little more shadow. Yeah, so tell me, what am I doing wrong with my trees? Just comment below. I'm going to try one more mid-ground tree. Over here. And then maybe we'll call it good. Painting trees, bad. But it's okay. You gotta be bad before you're good. So let me think. What can I do different? I'm gonna try a smaller brush. I'll grab this. This is the number 12. Try a different color. This color is going to have more yellow in it. Also, I'll try it with less water. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Wait, it's not really sticking to the paper very well here. So I'm using a really, it's a satin paper. Hey Maya, my dog came to say hi. Was that clacking you heard and the bone chewing earlier? You want a space? Here, Maya. Come hang out. Jump up. Alright, so now it's painting bad with John and Maya. Oh, Maya. I guess Maya doesn't want to hang out. So what am I doing wrong with my trees? Why can't I draw trees? Yeah, this one's pretty bad. So I was trying to do the trick where I just take some water, whoops, a wet brush, and kind of blend it in. It would be fun to try this out with a different paper. I think there's something wrong with this. I'm making these trees very, very round. I don't think it works out. And you should be able to see through the trees too. That's one of the things that makes trees cool, is that you can see through them, and it adds some depth to the picture. these aren't working out. These are going to diffuse. Okay. And then let's create some land for it. Okay, that one's cool because it has some shadow. So just for fun, let's add some shadow underneath this. Some shadow underneath that. Add a bit of shadow under that. Okay, does something. Darken that a bit. Okay. Most likely you hear my dog drinking water upstairs. So, yeah, this is my video. I did my best to draw trees and failed miserably. So, I think I'm just going to have to watch some more videos on technique and see if I can reproduce that. There's definitely an issue with how I think the water is going to behave when it's wet. And I might need to dry it out a bit more than I've been doing before I apply the paint. Also, this paper is not supposed to buckle like this, so I might have to start stretching my paper. Yeah, when I learn how to do that, I'll do a video on stretching paper. Unless you guys want to see a video of me attempting to stretch paper, which would follow the theme. All right, adios for the night, and take care.